Welcome to the 2020 Smoky Mountain High School Choral Music and Musical Theater Awards Night. I'm Linda Haggard, your host. Have we got a show for you? Recognizing many of our wonderful and super talented students for their terrific accomplishments this school year. emceeing with me tonight, long distance at first, is our ever lovely accompanist and all-around superhuman Ann Schwablin, who is with her 5-week-old granddaughter, Winnie Redpath. We are so happy for Ann. Sorry she couldn't be with us tonight, but she's having her own little party tonight. Also emceeing with me tonight is our beautiful and accomplished choreographer and dancer extraordinaire, Katy Elders. Thank you, Katy. And our favorite, Mr. Gruff and Tough. Don't look at me at Walmart, and whatever you do, don't speak to me in public. Mr. Smoky Mountain Theater himself, Seth Kuehn. We have had a terrific year. COVID-19 put the brakes on a few things this spring, but all of our students in first, second, and fourth periods have done tremendous work. They have achieved many successes and improved dramatically in their singing and performing. Let's get down to it. The prestigious Mars Hill Choral Festival, which was held on the Mars Hill campus in early February, hosted over 300 singers from around the state of North Carolina. Holland Ramming survived the rigorous audition process and was a part of this 300-member Mars Hill Festival choir. Congratulations, Holland. National Anthem Awards. If you've been to our end of year award ceremonies before, you know that we are the only high school in the state of North Carolina that has a live sung national anthem every morning before school starts, unless it's AP testing or something like that. Many of these students that sing every morning on different days throughout the week also sing at our athletic events throughout the year. They are recognized not only by us here at Smoky Mountain, but by the state of North Carolina Music Association, Music Educators Association. This year's National Anthem singers, these awards and recognition go to Evelyn Pavey, Ashley Roberts, Allison Mackey, Sarah Grider, Lindsay Stack, Aaron Moore, Zachary Lambert, Miguel Perez, Parker Flynn, Zeke Sink, Nora Rubel, Delaney Rodriguez, Ella Waldrop, Mitchell Rizzotti, Jessica Moody, Holland Ramming, Jamie DaCosta, and Hannah Huddleston. Big round of applause for these students. Again, even though our year was cut short with COVID-19, when we were in school, whether it was 5 days a week, 4 days a week, whatever it might be, these kids were in the front office at about 7:50 or 7:55, sometimes 7:59, depending, and they were there with Miss Granning and Miss Miller to sing the national anthem. Thank you, students. You did a terrific job all year. All right, we're going to keep right on rolling into our Choral Music Awards for first period. Some of these students we had one semester and some were with us all year until COVID-19 ended our school year abruptly, at least the face-to-face time. So our first period awards, Outstanding Freshman Choral Awards this year, go to A.J. Barwick and Dylan Frizzell. Outstanding Sophomore Awards go to Riley Nugent and Tuck Brown. Outstanding Junior Awards go to Liberty O'Neill and Madison Johnson. Outstanding Senior Awards go to Tamara Bennett and J.C. Bradley. Going to talk more about those two lovely ladies in just a minute. Our most improved choral music awards for first period this year go to Lydia Norman and Aaron Baker. At this time, I'm going to introduce Katy to you again, our wonderful choreographer, and she's going to talk a little bit about some dance awards. Miss Katy?
In first period show choir, several of these students are exploring dance and choreography for the first time. And 2 students really stood out as being excellent dancers and great performers. And those 2 students are Caden Ramsey and Clara Ann Bowman for Dance and Choreography Awards. Also in first period, we have an Outstanding Senior Leadership and Choreography Teaching Award. This student would meet separately and learn choreography and then teach it and lead her peers, which is no small feat. So that award goes to J.C. Bradley. And I'll turn it back over to Ms. Haggard.
Thank you, Katy. I know I've said this before, but we are so grateful to you. Katy Elders, thank you for all you do to help our students. So, in first period, we have 2 young women who have been with us in first period for 4 straight years, all 8 semesters of their high school career. They have started their day with Ann and with me. Bless you. That is an exercise in patience as far as being with me for 4 straight years for sure. J.C. Bradley and Tamara Bennett started with us as young freshmen that first fall of their freshman year and have been with us ever since. Katy just talked to you a little bit about JC and her evolution into a real leadership role for our first period class. And she single-handedly taught all of the dances that Katy taught her to our class first and second semesters this year. Tamara Bennett has just been as solid as a rock for 4 straight years. These girls both are in our soprano section, our first soprano section. We're going to miss their voices. We're going to miss their leadership. And girls, we certainly wish you well in all of your future endeavors. And we are grateful to you that you have spent, here I go, that you have spent your first period with us. We love you. Okay, see, Ann, you could have taken over and helped me right there. All right. Congratulations truly to everyone in first period, both semesters this year. You are a fun, hardworking, talented group. Ann and I have enjoyed every minute with you, and minus our seniors, we hope to see all of you in our classes again next year. Congratulations, first period. We love you. Okay, we're going to move right along into our choral music class awards for second period. Our Outstanding Freshman Awards for second period this year go to Madeline Stevenson and Caleb Phillips. Our Outstanding Sophomore Awards this year go to Jessica Sellers, Mitchell Rizzotti, Jonathan Ross, Camden Myers. Our Outstanding Junior Awards for second period go to Allison Mackey, Nora Rubel, Holland Ramming, Jamie DaCosta. We're always looking for students that go the extra mile and really work to improve their craft. Be it singing, choreography, dancing, stage movement, just overall presence, whatever they feel they, might be lacking in a little bit. We're always looking for that participation level and going the extra mile. This year's students who are going to receive the most improved awards for second period are Zeke Sink, Caroline Harrison, Maya Wild, Nathan DeHart, Alexa Anderson, Charlie Haney, and Jackson Spear. At this time, I'm going to turn it back over to Miss Katy, who's going to talk about some dance and choreography awards.
We have several awesome dancers in second period show choir, but a few have stood out above the rest for their work ethic, their willingness to try anything I ask of them, and all with a smile on their face. And especially the young men that we're going to recognize have really gone above and beyond. So for Outstanding Dance and Choreography Awards for second period, we have Kaylee Shepard, Erin Moore, Crystal Creason, Jackson Spear, Caroline Cowan, and Parker Flynn. I'm going to bring Miss Haggard back out here.
Thank you so much, Katy. I don't know how she does it. She has a full-time job, of course, with Catamount School, and still manages to figure out what the choreography is going to be, how it's going to match up with our students in first and second period and in our musical theater productions. And she makes it all work. She really makes it fun for the students too. Everybody looks forward to the days that Katy can be with us. Okay, Anne was going to, of course, be right here with me tonight to talk about our four-year seniors from second period, and she is with us in spirit. But we're going to recognize that just like JC and Tamara from first period, this next group of seniors have been with us in second period or in chorus classes for all 8 semesters of their high school career. That's a tremendous dedication and commitment on their part, because with being on a block schedule, as most of you know, you just don't have a lot of electives. And so to carve out 2 of them each year to be in one of our classes just really has meant a lot to Anne and myself and Katy and Seth and all of us who work with these students, and we are very grateful to them. I think I have the information about what they're going to be doing when they graduate in a couple of weeks, correct? But if I say the wrong school, I apologize. For many of these seniors, I have had the pleasure of writing letters of recommendation over the course of this year as they have been applying for jobs, as they have been applying for colleges, and as they've been preparing themselves for the next step. So our senior recognition and 4-year awards for second period this year go to Anna Cochran. Anna plans to attend Western Carolina University. Ethan Grasty. Ethan has already been hired by Wright Brothers Construction, and he is working for them full-time. Zachary Lambert. Zach will be attending Appalachian State University. Jessica Moody. Jessica will be attending Appalachian State University. Evelyn Pavey. Evie will be attending Western Carolina University. Miguel Perez. Miguel will be attending Western Carolina University. Kaylee Shepard. Kaylee will start her next chapter journey at AB Tech in the veterinarian medicine program. After she finishes at AB Tech, she will be moving on to a 4-year university. Lindsay Stack. Lindsay will be attending Appalachian State University. Kimberly Stelling. Kimberly will be attending East Carolina University. Ella Waldrop. Ella will be attending Western Carolina University. So when I figured out which schools and what these seniors were going to be doing after they finish here with us at Smoky Mountain, I thought it was great. You know, we could very easily have a Western Carolina University / Appalachian State, production with these students. We'll just add in Kaylee and Kim, East Carolina and AB Tech, and we'll have it all taken care of. I think it's unusual that the senior class would really split between those two schools. I know that all of these students will continue to be good leaders in their new communities and new surroundings, and Ann and I certainly hope that you will continue singing. I know some of you will be pursuing musical degrees, musical theater degrees, choral degrees, teaching degrees, whatever it is that you choose to study. Just keep singing, because you are so talented, and I can't imagine what we're going to do without you. And you are welcome back to second period and back to Smoky Mountain whenever you're in town and whenever you can stop by. At this time, Katie is going to read a special letter that Ann has written to this group of seniors. Katie?
Dear seniors, it has been a true privilege collaborating musically and creatively with you over the past 4 years. Despite the sadness, disappointment, and loss that COVID-19 has thrust upon the world, there are some takeaways that have emerged from this most unprecedented crisis. One of them that comes to mind is that no matter what is going on, music is something that no one or no thing can take away from you. And notice that during this time of quarantine, music is one of the blessings that has given our society and the world deep joy and hope. I'm sure Miss Haggard and I would wish that as you write the many chapters of your life story, that music will weave inwardly and outwardly and be a beautiful underscore to your many endeavors. Otherwise, I will end with saying that as you navigate your journey on this great adventure, I urge each and every one of you to push through fear. I urge you to be kind, be grateful, and stay humble. In every situation, remember to ask the question, in what way can I be of service? The most important thing, show up every day. Show up and be expectant and alert for all that awaits you in this beautiful and wonderful life. I wish all of you much love and good wishes as you graduate, and I know you will make this world a better place. Much love always, Miss Ann.
Thank you, Katie, and thank you, Ann, for those wonderful and inspiring words. Thank you to everyone in second period. You were truly a terrific class, overflowing with talent, energy, and excellent work ethic. We enjoyed every minute with each of you. We wish our graduating seniors all the best with their next chapter. We hope to see all underclassmen next year. It truly was a great year, and we are blessed. Okay, we're going to keep moving with our musical theater class awards. We're actually going to start with Wizard of Oz / Legally Blonde, and then we're going to end with some more Legally Blonde cast awards. But since we were not able to produce the Wizard of Oz this spring, and we will unfortunately not be able to do it this summer, there's still some people that worked very hard in class up through spring break week, and we want to recognize them. These are going to be some crew awards, and a lot of these students helped with Legally Blonde this past fall in the musical theater class, and then were also part of the play production class this spring and continued their work and using their talents with the Wizard of Oz. Outstanding Carpenter Crew Awards this year go to Cameron Powell, Evelyn Pavey, Chris Carpenter, Wayne Lovedahl, Beowulf Patty, and Nate Sessoms. Much of the work that's behind the scenes, both in a musical theater class or in play production, is really student-driven. Seth and I give them some ideas. Sometimes we chart a course for them, but they have to work independently and they have to meet the deadlines that we set for them. And those guys really did a super job this year. Props Director Awards this year go to Sarah Greider, Myra Humphrey, and Ashlyn Sams. Program Design Awards go to Bethany Wynn and Paige Taylor. Susan Karcher is our wonderful volunteer costume director for our shows. but she needs help, and she depends on students from our musical theater class and our play production class. This year, the awards for our costume assistants go to Angel Perry, Haley Powell, Sydney Rice, Kenya Wright, and Zoe Townsend. Student Art Design. This award this year goes to Selma Goodwin. Selma pretty much single-handedly designed all of the flats and the scenes, the sets for the scenes of Legally Blonde. She did a tremendous job. She has also been a 4-year art student with Dr. Hall, and she has been involved in our musical theater and play production classes for all 4 years. Selma, we are very grateful to you, and we are appreciative of you sharing your enormous artistic talents with us. Student Art Design, Selma Goodwin. Assistant to the Director. This was a new title that we created this year, and we needed somebody who could take all of the guff and gruff from Seth, from me, from the students, from everyone. There's no one better to have filled those shoes and to receive this recognition and award than Alexandra Zimmerman. Katy always deems it necessary to have dance captains for our shows. She works with them separately, and then they help her run the big rehearsals when we have our massive groups working on choreography for our musicals. This year, she worked with 2 fantastic dance captains for the musicals. These awards this year go to Kaylee Shepard and Delaney Rodriguez. We had 2 student directors, one for Legally Blonde and one for The Wizard of Oz. And the student director awards this year go to Cassie Bradley and Alexandra Zimmerman. Stage Manager Awards go to Evelyn Pavey and Evangeline Kibble. These girls take the brunt of me during show week and during production. They wear the headsets, they run the traffic patterns backstage. They have a tremendous job with tremendous responsibility. And if everything goes well, then they know they don't hear from me, and they know it's been a good run, a good rehearsal, whatever the case may be. So Evelyn Pavey and Evangeline just did a tremendous job, and I'm very grateful to them. Great job, ladies. Our Lighting Design and Spotlight Operator Awards this year go to Aiden Holler, Justin Wildcat, Layla Gillett, and Ashley Roberts. Our Student Sound Coordinator Award this year goes to Evelyn Pavey. Thank you again to all of the behind-the-scenes students from both classes who work very hard, tirelessly, and who, for the most part, go unnoticed, and that's the point. You guys are the unsung heroes, show in and show out. And we're grateful that you take the classes that we offer and that you're interested in that kind of work. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you. Gives me great joy as we move forward with our Musical Theater Awards to introduce to you Mr. Smoky Mountain Musical Theater himself, Seth Kuehn.
Good evening. If you don't know who I am, I'm fine with that. As many of you kids know, I do not care about your silly little problems. It's not at all. I care about the show, and I care about this program. Now, there have been a handful of students over the past several years that I have come to trust and even respect. Those students know who they are, so I'm not going to recognize them here because they should be recognized by their hard work and dedication, which is what won me their respect in the first place. Now, for those of you that are unfamiliar, the crew has many parts Each part are stressful in their own ways and have their own challenges to overcome. The frontline members work the front of the house, and they're the ones that have to deal with all the crowds and all the people that are pushing through the doors, and they check all the tickets. And that's something that the staff really doesn't think about until opening night, and so it's important for them to be there and be ready, and we appreciate what they do. And so that way the staff, cast, and crew can focus on the rest of the show. The booth boys, called that, are young men and women who learn from the most modern and contemporary theater tech from the professionals that the program hires to do them. This means that they are helping, if not running, the lights and the sound and the microphones and the spotlights and sound effects and things like that during live production, which is a treat that we get to have students that are willing to do that, capable of doing that, and we have a program that doesn't necessarily rely on 100% outside help, while simultaneously letting students do something that they really wouldn't get an opportunity to do elsewhere. Now, the big times of the backstage crew, better known as the Death Squad. We work behind the scenes, and those children are working with me. They're moving sets, they're setting props, they're running the curtains. They have the responsibility of getting everything just right every time, in the dark, without help, and without making any noise. They feel the crush of the cast, and what I mean by that is the cast wants to be on stage constantly, and they will push the crew out of the way, and the crew gets to push back. So they feel that every night. They smell all of the sweat. They get to see all of the costumes up close and personal. They feel the heat of the lights, although they're never in it. They have the stress of working with two perfectionists whose standards and expectations are kind of high. They have nowhere to hide, and on the rare occasions of mistakes, everyone sees it. Everybody in the cast and the crew, obviously, and also all 750 people in the seats. There's nowhere to go. They're constantly moving and they're constantly working. All right? They come early and they have to stay late. It's not a job for just anybody, and you have to want it, and you have to enjoy the stress, fatigue, sweat, and silence and darkness, or you're going to be terrible. So I'm very proud to have worked with these students. We often work in silence, and a victory for us is when we do our job unseen. We work very hard to be unremarkable. Because of that, I will not point out the best of the crew, because the crew succeeds and fails together. There's much to be said, but not a lot of time. Just remember those two rules. Number 7, never be the worst part of whatever you're doing. And number 11, don't get bitter, get better.
Yay, Seth! Can always count on Mr. Kuehn to set us straight and tell it like it is. Appreciate that, Seth. Good. Words of wisdom. We are going to keep right on moving with our Legally Blonde Cast Awards. Legally Blonde was our fall musical. It was a full-blown musical with all the moving parts, and these cast members just did a tremendous job. For the role of Elle, Aaron Moore. For the role of Margot, Jessica Moody. For the role of Serena, Holland Ramming. For the role of Pilar, Kari McGoldrick. For the role of Paulette, Rachel Shaw. For the role of Kyle, Ethan Grasty. For the role of Emmett, Wayne Lovedahl. For the role of Kate, Barbara Almeida. For the role of Vivian, Kimberly Stelling. For the role of Warner, Chandler Hall. For the role of Brooke, Jamie DaCosta. For the role of Enid, AJ Barwick. For the role of Callahan, Neil Trellis. And now I'm going to turn it over to Katy, who will give out the Dancer Awards for Legally Blonde.
We had several outstanding dancers in Legally Blonde, and a few stood out above the rest. So we'd like to recognize for dance and choreography in Legally Blonde, Reese Williamson, Kenya Wright, Annika Abbott, and JC Bradley.
So I'm going to ask Katy to stay up here with me for just a minute, but of course you notice we're social distancing, and if we need to, we can do this too. Yes, we must all be doing that. There is one student that has really just been a tremendous dance leader for us for the past 4 years in our musicals and in our chorus classes. And this year, she took on another dance leadership role. She was the dance teacher for our Rise period for the entire school year. So my dance leadership award this year goes to Miss Kaylee Shepherd. Kaylee, thanks for everything that you did to help with Rise, second period, first period, and the musicals. You are wonderful, and I will certainly miss you. Kaylee Shepherd.
I would just like to add that Kaylee was, that takes a lot of work, and not a lot of accolades come out of that from your peers. So she was constantly rehearsing with me outside of school and then leading her peers as well. So I'm really proud of you, Kaylee. Well done.
To all of the terrific students that we've talked about tonight, and so many others in our classes, thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for a fantastic year. Even though our year was cut short, you made the most of every opportunity. You faced adversity head-on and managed to accomplish many wonderful things. We can't wait to get back in the classroom with each of you. Seniors, once again, we will miss you terribly, but wish you well in your future endeavors. Thank you to Ann, Katy, and Seth for your role in our leadership team and all you do and mean to our students. I am so personally grateful to each of you for your work, your commitment, and care of our students and their programs. We couldn't do what we do without each of you. I'm eternally grateful and blessed to have the opportunity to work with Ann, Katy, and Seth. Thank you also to Susan Karcher, who continues to volunteer as our costume designer and director. I know Susan is ready to say goodbye, and we will certainly let her do that when she gives us the word. Until then, Susan, please know how much you are valued and appreciated. You make us the best looking and most authentic high school musical theater group in the state. We love you. Thank you to Renee Miller, our Choral Booster President. Renee does an outstanding job each year overseeing our fundraisers, feeding cast and crew members, chaperoning dances, you name it, Renee does it. Renee helps out wherever she is needed and is a tremendous asset to our programs. Now, along with being the Choral Booster President and doing all of that for us, Renee also pretty much runs the school from the front office. And if you go here, if you're a parent and you've ever had to call the school, you know what I'm talking about. Renee, we are grateful for your role at Smoky Mountain High School. Thank you to Andy Paddock, who continues to support our choral and theater students through his presence and his gift of photography. Andy, you continue to make memories for everyone involved. We are grateful to you and all you do for Smoky Mountain High School. Thank you to Miss Evelyn Granning, our principal, for your unwavering support of the fine arts this past year. This is for you, Miss Granning. During this pandemic crisis, Miss Granning has remained steady and forthright in her advocacy for our students, faculty, and staff. Her leadership is unparalleled. Thank you for everything you have done for all of us. We, whoever the great we is, cannot wait to get back to the halls and the classrooms of Smoky Mountain. We are so grateful to you. We miss you and we love you. Thank you, Miss Granny. Thank you to every Smoky Mountain High School faculty, staff, administrator who supported the arts in some way this past year. We see you in the audiences. We hear your comments and congratulations. We feel your support. We are certainly grateful to each and every one of you. We hope to see many of you students in our classes next year. I know we are just finishing up registration, and I've been in contact with our wonderful counselors, and we hope that you will be registering for our classes. We look forward to face-to-face instruction. We look forward to remote learning. Whatever the future may hold, we will be there. Keep singing. Music, after all, is the universal language. Happy summer break, and thank you and congratulations again.